Charles Rangel, the congressman from New York. Wanted to get him on the air, and because I know that he was just down at Ground Zero with the President of the United States, President Obama, and wanted to hear what he had to say. Congressman, welcome to the program. Thanks for giving us a shout.
Thank you once again, Tom. Thank you again.
So how did today go? I know Glenn Beck this morning was trashing you guys, but I'm assuming that it wasn't, according to Beck, the president was yelling about how wonderful he was and pounding his chest or whatever, sort of like Bush used to do. I'm guessing it didn't work out that way.
I don't want to hear too much about what that man has to say, but
Okay.
I can tell you this: it really follows. I was with the family when he came over, and he had a conversation with a little fella, and he told her mother, "I didn't give a speech today because I could not find the words that I know you must be feeling." And the moment speaks for itself. And I hope you understand why I did not publicly give a speech. I thought, in listening to that, it was so moving. An opportunity, all the cameras, everything was there.
The president did not give a speech today.
He did not give a speech. He said he spoke and visited the families that were not there. He went to a fire station, and one of the firemen was telling me he took off his jacket, pulled down his tie, and ate veal parmesan with him. He said that he couldn't believe it was the President of the United States of America who was just sitting down and saying how much he enjoyed the meal. And so
having lunch with him.
It was such and the sun was shining, and the families were there, and the governors from New Jersey and New York, our Senate groups was there. And so anybody that is trying hard to politicize this issue, there is just nothing for them to work with. I mean, I can understand.
Chris Christie was there?
Huh?
Chris Christie was there?
Oh, yeah, he was there.
The Republican governor of New Jersey.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so this was not a partisan, this was not a Democratic.
Not by a long. I can tell you the president said this. When we had that shocking day of 9/11, spontaneously Republicans and Democrats collected on the Capitol steps.
Yep. And
the president said in his speech when he announced that he had hoped just for this moment that we could come together and mourn the victims and the heroes that lost their lives, and at the same time find out what we can do to make it certain that no matter what differences we have, politically, as a nation, that all other nations know when you hit us, we'll take that blow, pull together with unity, and defend our Constitution and our people against all of our enemies. And this morning was just so quiet and so gentle. And I was at Ground Zero the same day that it happened, and my heart was in my mouth. And today it was just beating with the sun and with the people that was there. And so whoever you said that has this program that felt that he had to find something negative to say, it is really a stretch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be universal across the right-wing talk show hosts, and it's kind of a sad thing.
It is sad.
This is what they've stooped to. And I should note, by the way, for our listeners who don't know Congressman Rangel, that you are a decorated war veteran. And I think from that place, your speaking of this, for me anyway, has extra weight.
Well, it means that we don't have differences so great to divide us as a family when our nation is hit. And it's good for us during pauses that we have to remind ourselves that there is nothing greater than protecting the United States of America from any foes, because just our right to differ and to argue and debate is a gift that we have to protect. And I think today, in the way the president handled it, it just made me proud to be an American, no matter who was president.
You said you were there the day it happened. You mean you were at...
I was in New York. It was a primary day for the Democrats.
This was on 9/11 back in 2001.
9/11, and all I could see was the first building, and then when I started to head uptown to be with my family, I looked and it was the second building. And
Wow.
quite frankly, it was like a nightmare. It didn't hit me to cry, to shake, to do anything. I just couldn't believe this was actually happening. First, the first thing that came to my mind, since it's not the first time that a high building been hit by a plane, was that some aviator made a mistake. But when I saw the second, and then I guess, I'm not one that gets great satisfaction about anybody being killed. But when I saw my brothers and sisters jumping out of windows and the bodies just like confetti coming down, I knew then that whoever was responsible for that really should be removed from humankind, especially when we found out they were bragging about how often they intended to do that. And not just to Americans, but to human beings.
Congressman Rangel, I think we're out of time here, but thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, and thank you for all that you do.